We got the Giovanni Destroyers. This team is gonna beat him below 1300 CP. Some people might be like, hey, I can beat it below 800. I could beat it below 1000 and stuff. That's awesome if you can do that. This was just a team that I had that I thought was accessible for other people, hopefully. You know, I do like to try to think of like budget-conscious people or Pokemon that have been widely in the game for a long time or been through a lot of events or ones that will just simply work at these levels. But the other thing to know is that my trainer level is level 48, obviously 50 being the max, but there may be some people watching that are above that, but the chances just being that 48 is one of the higher. A lot of you might be lower than that, and so Team Go Rocket, Giovanni in this case, the CP of his Pokemon is actually going to scale up and down. This goes for any of the Team Go Rocket fights, so like this Persian has 7836 on the CP, right? Let's say that you're level 30. The Persian that you fight is going to be a much lower CP amount than this one, so that 7836 might be in the 6000s or something like that, you know what I mean? So they do scale up and down with your trainer level. So the idea is that you could be level 30 something and actually go with Pokemon, even the same ones that I'm using right here, but increase their CP amounts, right? Like you could go with a 2000 CP Scrafty, you know, like close to 2500 on your Scizor or Sandslash or something. I don't know, whatever you want or can do. But there's another thing that you got to remember, especially when there's a video like this, is that we're trying to go up against also a very specific like move set coming from Giovanni's Pokemon, like his Honchkrow right here. It would be a little bit different if the fast attack was Peck, because Honchkrow can have that move as a fast attack as well, but this one's using Snarl, and so Snarl actually gives us one more. See right there, we got to hit 3 times before the animation actually hits. If it was Peck, like it would hit us a lot quicker, and it would also be super effective, of course, against Scrafty right here. And so we're gonna take him out right there with a Thunder Punch. And again, this is just kind of more to illustrate the challenge of like beating it below 1300 CP. If you can't teach your Scrafty 2 moves and everything, that's fine. Usually you can get by a lot of the fights with just power-up punch. And let's kind of head back to the Persian real quick. I do just want to touch base on that, is that Persian can have Scratch or it can have Feint Attack, and so this really Scrafty you just want to use against Feint Attack. Most of the time you're not really going to put up a Scrafty against Scratch Persian. The resistance just isn't there. It may not survive the fight. It depends on a few factors, but the most important thing is, again, Scrafty's actually going to majorly resist Feint Attack because Feint Attack is it's a dark type move. Scrafty is fighting and dark. Both of those resist dark, so you're getting like a major resistance, like I said. So anytime that you can work that in, you know, get that double resistance, you know, get that percentage as low as possible on the resisting of the attack. So right here, a Lowland Sandslash, you know, this wouldn't work with the other Sandslash. You're not really gonna have, I actually was kind of planning for it to hit the Honchkrow because it's ice, right? You know, ice would have been super effective. It's actually doing okay against Cresselia right here. It's not even super effective against it. It's just that it does resist, you know, it's part steel, right? Steel resists Psychic. Cresselia is using Psychic against us. Both of its moves are Psychic type attacks. It's just that Cresselia right here, and this one is using Confusion. Now, if you're like, wait, I can't do this, you know, I need some other options. I do have other videos. I'm like always building out a playlist too, so I'll try to link that in the pinned comment and stuff, wherever you can go to get your links. But right here, you should know definitely for sure to take advantage of like switching out and using your charge moves. You should know this. We'll have some text on screen too, but this applies to every Team Go Rocket fight Grunts leaders Giovanni. Every single time that you use a charge move or when they use one, and it's also when switching out or a Pokemon faints, either side. Team Go Rocket is going to stand still for a certain amount of time. So look at this. Scizor goes in. Look, Cresselia's not hitting us immediately, right? You know, we got in so many of this Fury Cutter attack right there before Cresselia actually did its move. So ideally, even if you have the energy to fire off your charge move, you do want to wait until just about the time that they're going to attack, or in this case, Cresselia, because it's using Confusion, that's a move that takes like 3 turns before it hits you or whatever. Like with Fury Cutter, we can go like 1, 2, 3, 4, like keep on hitting, and then right when Cresselia does the animation, that's when we use our charge attack, right? Because it looks like it's hitting us, but it never actually deals damage. And so Scizor doesn't even need to be Shadow Scizor, but right there we did get a little bit more damage from the attack boost. Shadow Pokemon have a 20% boost to their attack. Comes with a 20% cut to their defense. So do be a little bit careful, but yes, that was how the Giovanni Destroyers would do it. Again, there are some other options, so address the fight based on which Pokemon he's throwing at you and what their moves are. Click an end screen. See another one. And thanks for viewing.